Balaza, are you also what do you call a swing trader or an Elo12 trader?
Yeah, I'm a swing trader. I like to do with only swing, not any scalping, and so.
Okay, no, that's great. That's great news. Let's wait a bit and see. I don't know what's happening. The other guys will agree. Let me just post and see we are on. Let's just wait for about 5 minutes and see what's happening.
Okay.
So how was your weekend, Mr. Mark?
My weekend was just fine.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. It's not too bad.
No, thank God. Okay. Let me just tell the other guys that we are on. Oh, people are at work today since it's Monday, I can see. Where is he? So which strategy are you using, Mr. Balak?
Yeah, it's broker, huh?
Yes, and the strategy as well.
Yeah, I'm using FX Primus.
FX Primus, okay.
Ah.
No, that's great. That's great. No.
Is he here?
Is here? Okay. Okay, let's just wait for another 2 minutes.
Okay.
Thank you. Yeah. We'll be on by 10 past. Sorry, come again?
I was saying, is he here?
No, I don't know.
Can I Mr. Tusu?
No, he's not yet here. I don't know what's
Oh,
happening.
not yet. Maybe it's his network.
Yeah, because he tried to join earlier, but I think it's his network.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Okay, he's saying it's not connecting. I think he's struggling with network. Well, what we can do is he'll get us along the way, right?
You forgot to load the last webinar.
Oh, the previous one. Okay,
Yeah, the
sorry.
gold.
Okay, I'm gonna do that after this session. So yeah, good afternoon, everyone. Thank you guys for joining. So what I'm going to do is during this session, I'm just gonna mute everyone, and then so that we can have one session. Since it's not a private session. It's not a private webinar. So thank you guys for joining from all over wherever you are. I was talking to Blessing. Blessing is from India. So thank you everyone for joining our free session today. So we so as you see, I posted something earlier about the dollar index. So normally, as we are swing traders, and we use that dollar index in our analysis and to understand where is the direction of dollar going and all those kind of things. So I wanted to summarize it here because last time I figured out a lot of people complaining that they can't see my charts and my counts and everything. So I had to resume this trading platform. You can see I joined it like 4 years ago, but I wasn't using it that much ever since. But I resumed it for the sake of you guys. So we are going to look at dollar index. So we okay, I don't know what's happening with my network. So that's the thing that I don't like using this thing here. It's a little bit heavy. It requires network in a way. So so what we normally do when we analyze our charts, we start from the monthly. So we start from the monthly going down to the what do you call, to the hourly time frame and all those things. So okay. Is there anyone trying to join? Not yet. So so as you can see, this is on a monthly basis. I'm just gonna try and shrink so that we can see what I want us to see here. So you can see on the monthly, this is what was happening. You can see the price was around, this is 1968, way back there. So as you can see that, sorry about the AIDS and everything. I think it's because of it's free. I won't upgrade it. I'm sorry, but yeah. So these ads will be popping out. So basically what we saw. So the reason why we go on a monthly time frame, it's because we want to we want to see what kind of a structure the market is forming and everything. So as you can see, you can observe that there was this type of a correction here. So this correction, it shows us that there was a previous impulse of which we can't see because of what happened before way back. So now you can see that this type of a correction which was formed here. So normally when we get this type of a correction, it's normally a zigzag or a WXY, it's normally a zigzag. So for us to say it can be a zigzag or what, we check that this was, you can see this is an impulse and then there's a correction, another sort of an impulse. So we check what happened here. Normally it's B or X. So if this correction, it has 5 legs like A, B, C, D, E, or a triangle formation, then it becomes more of a zigzag, meaning to say that becomes our X leg, because the principle also say that only in X, that's where what you get a triangle, and you will never get a triangle in wave 2. So those are the other kind of principles that we use. So as you can see, after this, there was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to give us this triangular formation for X. So that becomes our WXY. So meaning to say, from this previous impulse, it was sort of like wave 1, or wave A, and then this becomes wave B or wave 2. So now let's use the scenario of saying that this can be wave 2. So that's what we observed on a monthly. And also we can see that price is actually what? It's actually moving in a channel, in a parallel channel going out. And there was a breakout here whereby the month it took about from 1980 beyond to 2016. That's when they broke out this this channel. So that was a breakout and sort of like a retest, which has been forming. So that's what we can observe on a monthly. That's what we see on a monthly time frame. And then, so from there, we move on to, let's go to, what do you go? Let's go to weekly. So now we come down to weekly. I'm sorry about this. So now we are on weekly time frame. So remember we are in this triangle that we spoke about, and then that's where we got our Y leg here. So now since this is a breakout, so it becomes more of like an impulsive channel. So we are now trading like from 2, we are trading with 3. So as we're trading with 3, now we can see there's an impulse here like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to give us this one. Then AB, another C. As you can see, also this ABC, it's a zigzag in a way, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Give us A, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Give us X, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. To give us Y, so that becomes our ABC correction for our wave 2. And then from 2, price was constructing wave 3. So this becomes 1, 2. And also, as you can see, it's also respecting the parallel channel. So then that becomes our 1, ABC to give us 2, 3. And then as you can see, also that's a ABC to give us 4. And then it finished with 5. So after this 5, we get this 3. That's how we got this 3. So it becomes 1, 2, 3. And then now we are trading 4. So one thing that you have to notice here, there are more of like similarities in this market. What do I mean by that? As you can see that mostly zigzags are formed, like as you can see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to give us our X. And then our ABC for X, this is our W. So that's a single zigzag. And then we get our ABC for X. And then now we get our Y, which was constructed here. So we are more concerned about this area now. So this is what is happening with our dollar index. So from there, we got again, like let's try to go to daily so that you can see as well on daily. So on our daily time frame, now we can see that, okay, this market, after forming this X, what happened now, there's an A, B, C, and then our D. And then as you can see now, our E leg is the one which was extended. So there is a rule whereby a triangle, a leg E can be extended in this scenario. Our triangle E was extended. So at some point, I thought like this market, it's gonna give us an impulsive wave after breaking out here. But because I thought they were gonna say A, B, C, D, and then to finish here with an E. But unfortunately, the breakout was fine and the retest here was fine, was in our zone for wave 2, but this failed to be an impulsive wave. So it failed to be an impulsive wave, and then that's when it becomes a correction. So that's why that shows that, okay, this correction is still extending. You can see that it was an extension in this correction to give us an A. So after this D, that was an A, B, C. That's the type of a correction which is formed. So now meaning to say our first target is this area, because now let's go back to, so that I can show you by drawings as well. Okay, so now let's go back here. And then, okay, I want to show my drawings. Okay, it's fine. So what I'm trying to say here is check out here. It's here. So this leg becomes our A, then our B, then our C. Can you see that? So by doing so, sorry, by doing so now we expect this market to come here for our first target here. So meaning to say that this, it can be an A, B, C, D, and then comes for another E leg. So that's why our first target is here for dollar. But before we get there, so far so good. This one, it's satisfying our E leg. So now after getting this E leg, what we do is let me just sorry, I wanted to remove something there, but it's fine. So after doing that, I want you to see something. I want you to see something. Let's go to H4 now. Okay, unfortunately on this platform, they won't allow us to go to H4. But let me see if we can be able to see from this area. So what I want you guys to see is, let me remove this. I want you to get the point that, okay, after getting our E leg, that becomes a triangle. Remember where we are coming from? We are coming from a point whereby this was our X, and then now it has to be our Y to give us our wave 4. Remember from all the way down there where we got that it's in the triangle and it's forming what our W was somewhere around here. Yeah, that was our W, but we didn't label everything, but it's okay. This was our W to give us our X there, and then now we were doing our Y. So this was our Y. Now we go to our Y here, meaning to say we are now constructing our impulsive wave that's going to become wave 1 of wave 5. But remember, this wave 5, it's a wave 5 of wave what? Wave 3. We are trading wave 3. So if you go down now on an H4 time frame, so let me try to show you from what do you call, from the MT4. My count from MT4. Just hold on. So now when you come down to MT4 platform, because I wanted this H4 part, remember, we were now from this point. So we want this area now. After completing that leg, so now what happened is we get a wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to give us 1, A, B, C to give us 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to give us 3, and then an A, B, C, D, and then an E. So the market, it has formed an A, B, C, D, E, which is forming what? A wave 4. So now it can be A, this can be our B, then this can be our C, then this can be our D, in the sense that if they fail to break above this what do you call this channel, this trend, so that's going to be our resistant trend line. So if they fail to break above it, then this becomes our A, that becomes our B. And then this now, it becomes something like, but we are still waiting for this to be fully confirmed, that this becomes our C. So it's gonna be A, and then B, then A, B, C for C, then A, B, C for D, meaning to say they'll give us a D there, and then they'll come for an E, then that will complete the triangle. So we are still waiting. Okay, there's a question. Okay, this one, the one with blue, what do you call the blue indicator? These are the indicators for the trading view. So you get it under parallel, what do you call? Parallel trend lines. It's called a parallel trend line. It just shows the parallel lines. I'll show you now, but let's just complete here. So what I'm trying to say here, I'm trying to say that they will come here. So like what I normally say, Mondays, we don't usually trade on Mondays. We wait for confirmation. So if they fail to break here today, and then it's gone 1 hour. So if they'll fail to break here today, that means they'll correct for another leg, our E leg. So what you can do, you guys, now we're just gonna wait for what? For price action to confirm this movement today. As you can see now, they are almost about 90% in the area. Because the other thing that you can observe, you can see that this is not an impulsive wave. It's more like an ABC correction. So meaning to say that after getting this C, what we got is an ABC for our A, then A 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for our B. Then now we're getting another ABC for another leg for what? For D. So that's gonna become this type of a zigzag, which is forming here. So let's wait for these guys to see if they'll break out in this area. So if they break out this area, what we're gonna do is we'll wait for a full confirmation whereby it's a breakout and they must retest it again. So that's why even with our USD trade, as you can see, our target was there, so it hit our take profit. But fortunately on this one, they broke out. So we are waiting for that retest. So they must come for. So now we are now worried about this retest here. So they must come for this retest. So it's going to be this area in this zone. So that's our area of concern right now. So we are expecting for them to come and retest, because as you can see, this is a long-term, what do you call it? It's a long-term chart. We are going like, okay, unfortunately, we're not talking about this pay, but I'm just showing you a scenario that might happen here on our dollar index. So yeah, this is what I wanted us to talk about, to update you guys. So this is the H4 and H1. So now currently we are on the wait. We are waiting for this market to confirm this area so that we know if we're still going bullish or it was just a drive to finish up this correction and then they'll come down again here. Because you can see also it's sort of like an ending diagonal here. There's a divergence which is being formed here. This is the divergence. So how to draw your divergence? You check from this leg E or leg 3 to the current market price. As you can see, it's going down, and then it was going up. So that's a potential divergence, and it shows also they might reverse. So yeah, this is what is happening with our dollar index. So we can go back to so right now what I'm going to do, I'm going to open so that you guys can ask the questions and everything if we have. So anyone who's got questions. So all of us were on a mute, so let's just give each other a chance. And then yeah, talk about that. So if you've got questions about this analysis, please, yeah, this is now the time to ask. This is the time to ask. So everybody, you can unmute yourself and then let's discuss before this session ends.
What you're telling, USD is going to be bearish, right?
Sorry, come again.
So with this, we may expect US dollars going to be a bearish.
I also gave you a signal on what you call on dollar pound, right? So let me show you what dollar pound is gonna do. I remember I gave you guys a signal on dollar pound. So I'm just gonna update you what dollar pound is gonna do right now. What we are expecting on dollar pound. So now without dollar pound, there we go. So as you can see with our dollar pound, this was the expected area for our take profit. So we are also waiting to see if they're gonna break this area or they're gonna hold it. That's why our take profit, which was here. So I'm meaning to say this is a strong support. But as you can see from the previous movement, we are expecting these guys to go a little bit down somewhere around here for a retest. It's the same scenario also, whereby it was WXY again, and then now we broke out with this impulsive channel. So that's how we got a breakout there. So now we are expecting a retest. So yeah, our retest normally it has to be and in this zone. But now, as you can see, this is an area of interest. So what they're gonna do is maybe they might come and test it down there and go back up there before they form what? Before they complete a breakout. So now what's happening now? It's a corrective leg which is being formed here. Whereby after we got our one, we got our WX. Now we're expecting our Y. This is gonna give us our A, and then they're gonna form another leg. So I'm still expecting them to break above to come again in this area. So this is gonna give us WXY, that give us our bigger A, and then they'll break out, give us another ABC for B, and then they'll form another last leg down there. So this is more of like an ending diagonal in a way as well. So now we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and then this is 5. So they've completed that leg here. If they're gonna hold this area, that will be our fifth leg for ending diagonal, meaning to say that this will complete our Y. So we'll be expecting the market to break out. So what they're gonna do is they'll come and form a breakout and retest, and then to give us another leg somewhere there. That will give us remember that will be WXY to give us A, and then that will be our ABC to give us B, and then another WXY coming down to that target area, to this target area. So yeah, this means also that if our index is gonna go down, it also means that the dollar will do the opposite. So which means dollar will be weaker, but not for quite a long time. As you can see, it's just a minor correction. It will be just weak for some time, and then it will be in a buy. So any more questions? So like we said, we are still waiting for that market to complete this formation. Then they'll come down again there, then they'll go up. So remember, this is on a daily time frame. Because if you check it on a lower time frame, you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. So they must come up there. But if you go down to okay, let's rather use the MT4 so that you can see everything. So now we are here, gentlemen. Remember, we said we are now here. This is where we are. So we are expecting to see if they're gonna, what's the reaction from this area. If they hold it, they'll come back down again there. So that will be something like from that area. It will be something like almost about what? That's 70 pips. But remember, this is an index, an indices. It doesn't. That 70 pips, it's like maybe times 3 or times 4 on forex space. So that would be we'll be expecting something like 130 pips on the upside if it's gonna be our what do you call our GBP USD. So we expect that market to come around there to give us our ABC, because this you can see, gentlemen, this can be also, you guys, whatever strategy you use, they call it a double top, and this can be our neckline. So we want to see the reaction on the neckline now. What's the reaction on the neckline? So wait for a daily close. Then that's where we can get a better signal. So today we just do the watching. We've already taken our profits, we're out, now we're doing the watching, waiting for the market to give us a better confirmation. So yeah. Any more questions?
What about GBP, JPY?
No, my man. You know what? This is like, I just wanted to give you a hint on dollar index. Yeah, I'm not gonna analyze all the pairs. So those who want to join our services, yeah, you can actually join our mentorship and everything in Signal Services. That's where we'll talk more in detail about other pairs. So what we did is I just hijacked my guys which are in mentorship so that I can give you a free session so that I can show you what we normally look at. But if you can use the hint that I gave you, especially on this dollar index, you actually trade well other pairs like the other US dollar pairs, like AUD USD, Euro USD. You can actually update them. You can see also here there's an ending diagonal, so it shows you that we are about to turn around. So yeah. So if you want to be part of us, I do have it and I know what's going to happen from here. This is your pound yen. We can talk about it on our mentorship. But yeah, I just wanted to give you a hint, gentlemen, on this one. So now we are waiting for the London Open. I mean, sorry, for the NY Open, the New York Open. Since we saw the reaction during the London Open, is it going to be a continuation or there's going to be a reversal? So from there, we'll know where we are going. But just everything that we spoke about. So for those who want to join us, you can actually, you can text us after this, what do you call? After this session.
Sure.
Okay, so everything is fine.
Yes. Did you check your? Please check your private. I've sent you a private text.
Okay. No, thank you very much.
On the meeting, please.
And Trump, you told me to show something. The challenge.
So okay, I saw yours. Is it the one for that indicator?
Yes.
Okay, no, it's like I said, I explained it earlier. I say that that's not an indicator. Let me show you where you can get it.
Okay, perhaps I've joined late. I've joined later when you have already explained.
So that thing you get it here. It's called a parallel channel. Here it is.
Parallel channel.
Yes, you get it on trading.
Okay.
Parallel channel. So how do you use it? You just draw your trend and then they need to copy. So that's how a parallel channel.
Okay.
Yes.
It's parallel channel.
Yes, it's parallel channel. It's under this trend line, the trend line tools. So, yeah.
Okay, no, thanks, my brother.
Okay, so I think we're left with 1 minute. Any more questions?
Yeah, in MT4 you drawn on some trend line indicator, no?
Sorry, come again.
You show me your MT4 in the chart.
You want to see my?
You have drawn that. Yeah.
Okay.
You have drawn something that trend lines, no?
Yeah.
Yeah, the dotted trend lines and yellow and reddish.
Oh, that's yeah, that one is on trading.
Have that template, no?
It's on trading view. That's the one that I'm explaining where you can get it. You mean this one?
Okay.
This one?
Yeah. No, not in trading view, in the MT4.
In the MT4. Okay. Unfortunately, our time is up. But what you can do, just Just text me and then we'll talk. Huh?
Okay.
Okay. No, thank you guys for joining. I'm gonna post this this webinar so that you can follow up if you miss some part. But thank you very much for joining us.
Thank
See you next
Okay,
time.
no, thank you, bro.
Okay, bye.
Thank you. Ciao.